Welcome guys to your Mercury retrograde in Scorpio reading. So what I'm going to do a little spread. We've got Mercury and Scorpio here in the middle, and I'm going to do a general mini spread, and then I'm going to go through every sign and give an additional card with additional message as well. So I've got Mercury and Scorpio in the middle, and we will go from here. So I'll just give my cards a little bit of a shuffle. So you've probably heard of Mercury retrograde and the chaos it brings. It's very, very good at kind of shifting things to do with communication and our perception and the way others perceive us to the surface. So it can even, it rules communication. So anything to do with technology, how we communicate, the spoken word, the way that we're received, and, mixed messages, that kind of thing. So because this appears to be moving backwards from our perspective here on Earth through the sky, it can kind of warp and just make it a little bit funky. So, plans maybe have a few spanners thrown in the works, especially when it comes to travel, technology stuff. We might lose some documents that we haven't saved correctly. We might have car troubles, all that kind of thing. And signing contracts, if you need to sign them within Mercury retrograde, you've got to triple check that everything's in order, so you don't accidentally sign something that's not written up correctly, all that kind of stuff. So it is quite a big one, and we do feel the effects quite strongly compared to some of the other retrogrades can be a little bit more subtle. However, we do have Mars retrograde at the moment as well, which is all about passion and action and can lead us to a state of anger and aggression if this energy is not harnessed correctly. So it's beautiful. It's like the driving force and fire underneath us that helps us go for what we want. However, you can imagine when this is out of balance, it can throw a bit of a spanner in the works as well. So you can imagine that with Mercury, and there can be a lot of frustration. And, this Mercury retrograde is in the sign of Scorpio. So it's that communication and that perception, but Scorpio also is all about really going deep within things and finding the hidden meaning in things. And it can be a little bit, always looking deeper and finding the truth. They're big truth seekers and very transformative. It's about transforming energy as well. So you've got some really big energies that are a little bit contrasting, but you can imagine when all these kind of come together, how is that going to look for you? Obviously, our natal charts are all unique, and our own experiences about what's happening in our lives are unique, but often there's these energetic similarities between what's going on. So if this resonates with you, wonderful. If it doesn't matter. It's all for entertainment purposes only, and if you get something out of it, wonderful. If not, move on with your day. Have a great life. It's all good. Maybe you'll find a reading in the future that does resonate. Okay, so without further ado, let us begin. So what have we got? Okay, so really interesting cards here. Okay, so the first card I drew is where we need to focus our energy on, and this card is the Chariot. So I feel like if there's a choice to be made, use your discernment around the energies that are showing up. What I'm getting come through with this card here is that if you knew something had to be made, a change had to be done, you had to make a choice or a decision going back earlier in 2020, if this has been building up and culminating, it's like this is going to give you a push towards making that choice. If something's just dropped in right now and you're thinking, geez, suddenly I need to make these big profound changes, it's all happened within the last week, I would use a lot of discernment, because this might be that kind of that backwards energy playing out, and it might be trying to push you to repeat a cycle that you've been trapped in karmically. So that's actually a really good reminder for everyone. If you're aware of something that's been building for ages that needs to shift, you need to make a choice, this is a push for you. If you've been tempted to make a big sudden life choice on a bit of a whim over the last week or two, I would probably put the brakes on, sit with it, sleep on it, meditate on it, and really tune into if this is serving your highest good or if you may be repeating a previous karmic pattern. So that's a really, really big one to start with, but a really good reminder for everyone, I think. Okay, and so we've got watch out for, and what we're watching out for, Two of Pentacles energy. So this is all about balance. This is about giving and receiving. So where in your life is that balance not occurring? Is there a relationship? I feel like once again I'm called to big choices, and this one I feel like it might be a relationship that's not being reciprocated, or that there has been a breakdown of communication in. Are you trying really hard to get your message through to someone that can't hear you, or they're going through their own stuff? You're just not in the same space as them. So really watch your frustration levels around this. Can this wait? If the other person's going through something, can you have a bit of compassion and wait it out a little bit? I'm not saying that they're in the right, you're in the wrong, anything like that. It might be on the flip side. Someone might be coming to you, trying to get a decision out of you, or trying to get something out of you that you're not ready to reciprocate yet. So just keep a check on that. And once again, tune into yourself and meditate with it, sit with it, and think, what is going to serve my highest good? And where is this coming from? And really just checking in with your own intentions and your own, you just use your own discernment to do with this one as well. Okay, so let go of, and we've got the Seven of Wands, which is a really lovely energy. So let go of, the thing that's coming through about this is it's like a card of victory and pride, but it might be a little bit of ego I'm feeling here. So if you are feeling like you're sitting on your high horse in a situation, this might be to do with this Two of Pentacles here. It might be time once again to soften and connect into your heart. Now this is actually a really beautiful connected card because she's got that beautiful solar plexus energy shining out, and she's obviously in a state of calm. But to me, it's a reminder to get into that state, and if there is your ego that's kind of whispering in your ear, making you a little bit stubborn, which might be preventing a beautiful connection here. Okay, and what do I need? We've got the Hierophant here. So this is a card of spiritual growth. It's also a card of trust. It's a card of Taurus, so it's got that stability underlying it. It's about knowing your roots and where you come from. And it is a card of spirit. It can be a little bit stubborn once again, but just being that, I guess, to me, this card is just speaking of being solid and grounded in who you are and your essence. So I hope that makes sense. I'm going to give a little additional card for Scorpio straight up the bat. Since Mercury is sitting in Scorpio, you might be feeling this energy a little bit stronger if you've got your sun, moon or rising in Scorpio, or if you've got a lot of planets or emphasis on Scorpio in your chart. Straight off the bat, the Magician's jumped out for you, Scorpio. So to me, this is Scorpio vibes in this card as well. Look at that shady hood he's got on there. It's all about transforming and weaving energy, being a real alchemist there. So I love that. I was only going to draw one card, but that was a bit of a sneaky one, Scorpio again. So I'm just going to draw a quick one. What else have we got for dear Scorpio? The Devil, goodness. So you got the Magician and the Devil here. So is there a temptation? Are you being tempted to repeat this same pattern with the Chariot? Are you steering the horse around in circles, repeating karmic loops? You have so much ability to change and make better choices for yourself and to create. You're tapped into all that divine energy. You have all the elements at play. You're like a sorcerer, but you can use it to weave more darkness in your life and get stuck in these patterns, or you can use it to build something beautiful and try something different. Oh, I really felt that. That's really beautiful for you, dear Scorpio, coming up to your birthday season as well. And Halloween, all that stuff, if you're into that, that's to me, that energy plays out in the Northern Hemisphere because it's going into fall. However, you know, we kind of celebrate Halloween all over the world, but that's a different story for another day. All right, guys, so the next sign I'm going to read for, I've got all of the signs here, so I'll just give these cards a quick little shuffle and we'll see who gets to go next. And we have Sag. You're up, Sag. So an additional message for Sagittarius. What does Sagittarius need to know? So it's about making choices or not making choices, if it's a rash one. Watching out for where there may be an imbalance in your life. Letting go of your ego sabotaging connections. And needing to find that solid foundation and security within yourself. And Saggy, what else have we got? Ten of Wands. Okay, so Sag, this is your energy all over this one. This is about finding your way home. You might have felt like there's been a bit of a struggle going on. You might have felt like you've been going it all alone, but this is you returning back to me, I want to say to source, not as in a death and transition thing, but it's kind of coming back into yourself and really rekindling that relationship with yourself and finding who you are again. That's what I'm really getting from that Ten of Wands. I really love that for you, Sag. And if you do feel like there's been a bit of a burden, this is the completion of a cycle. This is you preparing and making way to bring in something new. I would use the moon phase at the moment because we are still, the moon should just be starting to get visible in the sky, that new crescent coming through. I would really use this time to work on what you'd like to do next and what direction you would like to go in next. So this is the completion of a cycle and making way for something new and beautiful to come in for you. So that's for you, my dear Sag. And next, who have we got? We've got Aries next, another fire sign. Here we go, Aries. What does Aries need to know? Aries might be feeling a lot of this energy too at the moment because Mars, which is the other planet retrograding that I mentioned, the other big one, is in Aries at the moment. Okay, Aries, an additional message for you, my love. We've got the King of Swords. Okay, so to me, this is, if you are feeling that fire bubble inside you and that frustration, just sit with it. To me, I feel like this is a bit of self-analysis going on and questioning where your thoughts are going. Are you using your mind to create something beautiful, or are you using it to kind of feed into the past or something you don't want? To me, this is a bit of reflection about, I'm even feeling a bit of nostalgia coming through for you, Aries. And you've got the crow looking down and you've got a bat in the background. So it's like your thoughts are in flight in a way that's kind of keeping you assessing where you've been to get to this point. So really introspective and reflective. And to me, that's a beautiful reminder for everyone as well to tune into, I've completely lost my train of thought there. There we go. I need some more of that grounding. Too much King of Swords going on now. Just to sit with it rather than react. When you're tempted to react, sit with it. Is this worth it? Do I need to, if I react in this way, what am I going to feel like about it tomorrow? Is it going to be of value? Do I need to reassess and work on a way to better communicate rather than being reactive? So that's what I'm getting to come through for you, Aries. Sorry if I got a bit lost in the middle there. Sometimes that swords or that air energy just whoosh, takes me away with it. Okay, who's next? Who's next? Libra. Birthday peeps. All right, Libra. What have we got for Libra? Hear my kids screaming in the background. Standard. Okay, dear Libra, hope you've had good birthdays. Or if you've still got yours to come, not long now till it flicks over to Scorpio. Okay, Libra, what have we got for you? The Tower. Do you feel like everything's falling down in a heap at the moment? Or what are you really holding on to that you just need to allow to fall away? The Tower is often seen as a really negative card, but this is that big card of transformation here. This is, if it's going to crumble, it's because the foundations were dodgy. You need to allow it to crumble so you can rebuild something on a solid foundation. So something beautiful can grow in its place and you can rebuild your tower using all of your new knowledge, all of your new wisdom that you've learned throughout your journey on the way. So if you are going through this time at the moment, Libra, it's literally clearing your way for something new and beautiful to come through. So don't lose heart. This too shall pass, and it eventually, the dots will kind of connect as to why this had to unfold in this way for you. The next card, we've got Cancer. All right, Cancer. What additional message have we got for you today, Cancer? The Lovers. Okay, so connection, self-connection, partnerships, love. This is Gemini, so this is really heavy on that communication as well. Are you communicating clearly in your relationship? Are you building this bond? To me, this is indicating that I'm just really seeing all this red around here, and that Mars energy is often driven by sex as well. So this red, I'm really drawn to the energy of Mars within this card, Mars Gemini vibes. So, and then I can see this is watered down by that cool Cancer energy. So maybe you need a little bit more passion in your life, Cancer. This is what I'm feeling with this card. How can you more deeply connect with someone? And I'm feeling like this water's gotten a little bit lost in emotion, and it's time to ignite a bit of fire under that and find a bit of passion to reconnect again. Kind of a short and sweet one for you, Cancer. But if this is to do with yourself, where's your passion for life? What can you do to bring more of that joy and connection into your own life as well, Cancer? All right, who's next? Oh, I just dropped a card. Let's see what that is. Leo, more fire vibes. What did I drop? Death, rebirth. So I will draw another card as well, Leo. But the death rebirth cycle. Okay, let's see what comes with that. So similar to what I said to the Tower, sometimes we need to allow things to die in order for something new to be reborn. And obviously, death is part of life. We cannot live and value life if it's infinite. However, our soul is infinite, so let's not forget that as well. I'm dropping cards left, right, and centre, tuning into this for you, Leo. So I feel like it might be a bit of a scattered time. So lots of grounding. Oh, my love, you've got the Three of Swords with the Death card. Okay, so this is allowing the past to be. It's just, you know, burying the hatchet, letting go of the hurt of the past. Because within that death, it's a transformation, it's growth, it's something new and beautiful waiting to come through. But if you're holding on to that pain, then it's going to really delay the process, and you're going to stop seeing the beauty and the growth around you that's available for you. So self-healing, just give yourself what you need, really tune into that self-love. And we asked, one of the questions at the beginning for the collective reading was, what do I need? And we had the Hierophant, and I said grounding and connecting into yourself and being solid in who you are. So I'll come back to that message for you, Leo, and really work out, I feel like you need to connect back to that root of who you are at that soul essence, and that will help you transcend the hurt and tap into that healing. Okay, so I've given the cards another shuffle, and next we've got Pisces. There we go, more blue water vibes coming through. Okay, Pisces, let's see what's on the cards for you. Okay, so Nine of Pentacles coming through. So the Nine of Pentacles is a beautiful card about growth and abundance. You can see there's a lot of joy in this card as she's reaching up towards her pentacles, which are all her achievements. And you've also got that bird up there as well, which is perched on it. So to me, this is a really beautiful time for you, Pisces. It's kind of reaching your goals, reaching up there. You know, it's about really just enjoying the moment, looking within and being really proud of how far you've come, what you've achieved, and kind of recognizing where you're going to bring this next. So it's quite a joy card. I really don't have a lot to add to that, Pisces. I feel like the collective message at the beginning was really beautiful, and this is kind of a confirmation that you're on the right track. If you're doing all those things, if you're looking at yourself, grounding into your energy, because Pisces can be, if it's in its shadow, it can be the energy like dissolves and dissociates because it's so expansive in consciousness and can see big picture stuff. They can get a little bit lost in that. But with that Hierophant card about what do I need, and then having more earth energy here, I feel like a lot of Pisces that might be watching this are in a really good place and really grounded. So you're doing well, Pisces. Continue to ground and connect in with yourself, and beautiful, beautiful for you. Next card, Aquarius. Okay, Aquarius vibes. Let's see what the message is for you. Oh, we got the Ace of Wands, another beautiful one coming through. So the Ace of Wands is new beginning, new ideas, new passion. It could be someone coming to you with an offer, or someone coming to you with some advice or a new perspective that you haven't really thought about before. So this is really nice for you, Aquarius. I feel like this is rekindling some joy, and I feel like the more you do connect in with that joy, this energy will amplify even more. So do what lights you up, because this is literally the card of being lit up. And also, to me, in this deck, this card is about going within as well. You can see like the fires burning. I just got a scratch there as I said that. It's like the fires burning in that third eye. So it's looking within, and it will expand your consciousness out, and you'll be able to see things from a beautiful new perspective. And to me, this is seeing how beautiful life is as well, which I feel like we all need a little bit more of at the moment. Capricorn, you're up, my dears. Capricorn, what have we got for you? You got your own card. You got the Four of Pentacles, which is the Sun in Capricorn. So what are you holding on to really, really tightly? To me, this is just a confirmation that it's your energy. This energy is really holding on to your material possessions though. So if you do feel a little bit of this, maybe Two of Pentacles imbalance happening, then maybe just assess. That's all I'm going to say, and see where you might be a little bit rigid or stubborn in your beliefs, particularly around material possessions or finances. Can you find a little bit of flexibility and maybe letting go of what no longer serves you in your life as well? But yeah, big confirmation, Capricorn, your energy all over it. Taurus, yay! I was wondering when Taurus would show. My sun is in Taurus. So yeah, favourite, not to be biased, but you know, hello. Big Taurus energy. What have we got for you, Taurus? Ah, the wheel, the world. It's almost like a wheel, isn't it? But it's not the Wheel of Fortune, it is the world. So major arcana, completion of a big cycle. What have you learned? What are you integrating from these big lessons? This is Saturn energy, so it's all about showing us where we've had to level up. So if we've been integrating this energy, it's making way for something beautiful and new to come in. So there's all the elements here. You can see she's kind of stepping forth, and this is right before the Fool energy beginning again as we start a new major arcana journey again. So this is the completion of a big cycle here. If you're called to travel, good luck with that in this climate. But if you are being called to go on whatever you can, then it's probably a good time to do it. Maybe just wait till, with Mercury retro, maybe start thinking about the planning of it, but then I probably wouldn't go ahead and push ahead with that until after Mercury retro. Just on a little side note. Okay, we've only got 2 left. Virgo, you're up next. Virgo. So let's have a look what we've got for Virgo. Virgo, we've got the King of Pentacles. Okay, so more earth energy here, Virgo. I feel like you're really seeking stability, and there's my communication going at this time, Virgo. So really seeking stability. I can't even say that. That's so hilarious. So another big reminder to ground. This King of Pentacles is filled with quite a bit of joy. Sometimes he can seem a little bit stubborn and serious, but there's a lot of joy in this card. So really just nurturing and enjoying your home environment, which I know that you love to do, Virgo. So it's about building your empire, and your empire is your home. It can also be a really good card for career. So if you're thinking about making a bit of a change, or there's a bit of restructuring happening, this is a really good time for you as well, because it feels like the changes that are coming in will be quite solid. But obviously anything contractual at the moment, just make sure you're checking it before you're signing it, and making sure there's very clear, concise communication in writing if possible, and make sure everyone's on the same page before any changes happen. But this is a really supportive time for that kind of thing as well. Once again, if it's been in the pipeline for ages, like with this Chariot card, then now this might be a little bit of a push for you to bring closure and to actually do it. But if this is just something really sudden that's dropped in, just check in just to make sure you're not kind of tempted to repeat those patterns as I talked about before. Okay, Gemini, last but not least. Gemini, what have we got for you? Gemini, the twins, what have we got? 5 of Cups. So where are you holding sadness in your field still, Gemini? Where are you not able to fully release, to step into the new? The 5 of Cups comes with some disappointment and sadness, but there's so much expansiveness around this card. So once again, it's like that there's a loss here, there's hurt here, but finding that, that appreciation for the fact that there's still cups there. There's a few that have spilt, but there's still more. So to me, this is really connecting into your heart. And I feel like there might be some inner child work here as well for some people. And to really, as I said, with this Hierophant, it's going to keep coming back to grounding down and being sure of who you are. Because if we know who we are on a soul level and are really anchored into that, we can integrate and process these emotions. We still need to look at them and sit with them, but if we allow them to rule the roost for too long, then we're going to interfere with our own growth and self-sabotage. So it's about, I feel like there needs to be integration of emotions. Sometimes Geminis are a bit resistant to integrating emotions because they're so analytical. They want to pick them apart, and they're not really allowing it to flow through their being and understanding how to actually integrate it, to transcend it, and to transmute that energy into light, or clearing the density behind them. So if you can do some inner child stuff, some grounding stuff, even talking it through with someone you trust, just to help clear it out or offer you a new perspective, I think that'll really, really help with this as well. So that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed that and got something out of it. Let me know if it sits well for you, and what you've experienced so far this Mercury retro. So have a good one. Good luck with the rest of it. It really can be a beautiful time for us to see, highlights where we actually need to give some attention to in our lives. And that's what it's all about, because if we can bring attention to it and shift it, we're not going to get bogged down by the shadow side of the retrogrades. So retrogrades are a really beautiful thing, unless we haven't been looking at that shadow, in which case it will come to the surface. So sometimes it's just that little nudge we need, or bringing it to the surface. So not all bad at all by any means. And I love you, and I'll see you later, guys.